Good morning. My name is Julie Kyle, and today I have the honor of introducing Allie Barton. I first met Allie at the 6th grade review camp. Within a few minutes of talking to her, I could quickly tell that Allie was smart, kind, and very creative. I've loved getting to know her over the past 7 years, and I know she has some amazing words to share with us today, so I won't make you wait any longer. I give to you one of our 2 licensed pilots, Allison Cecile Barton.
If your best friend jumped off a cliff, would you? This question is usually rhetorical, a metaphor warning against blind faith. I, however, did not come to realize this until I was on the cliff. I have a fear of heights. I was not born with it instinctively, nor did I live through a traumatic experience to cause it. It was just something I grew into. Some people chase the moment of weightlessness, when all your blood rushes to your head and you can't help but let out a laugh that sounds more like a scream. I do not. My dad always says, have strong beliefs held loosely. Though I often echoed this sentiment, I never believed I would waver in my stubborn avoidance of my fears. After all, there's no need to face them when everything I need is on the ground. That is what I thought until I sat down with my best friend and she pointed with overflowing excitement to her computer screen. "Do you want to go cliff jumping with me?" she asked. "Sure," I said without a second thought. Upon reflection, this response is exactly what the metaphor is warning against. But the same blind faith that got me on top of that cliff also got me off of it. As I looked into the rippling water of the lake, standing on shaking legs on that 56-foot cliff, I realized what an enormous mistake I had made, and there was no way back down without making the leap. I could say I steeled my nerves and jumped down only to realize I was afraid for nothing all this time. But that is not how the story goes. The truth is, I sank down to my hands and knees and panicked for 30 straight minutes. I went through every stage of grief before cold acceptance washed over me. I would just have to live up here for the rest of my life. My hurricane of panic thoughts was interrupted by my friend's mother calling to me. "Allie, we need you to jump. It's not gonna feel okay, but it will be okay." I nearly shook my head to reject the thought, but a feeling of cold resolve cemented itself in my gut, and it would not dissolve back into fear. I took 2 steps to outrun my crippling anxiety, letting the feeling of weightlessness wash over me as I tipped over the edge. Finally, the overwhelming relief of water embraced me. I wish I could say I'm completely over my fear of heights, but I cannot. My nerves light up like live wires at the thought of being on that cliff. However, I was still changed by this experience in ways I didn't understand at the time. A year later, I found that I needed to disregard my fear once again. I thought I wanted to be an astronaut for NASA. While researching, I stumbled upon a qualification that made my heart drop. If I wanted to apply, I needed an official piloting license. I steeled myself, but the choice to study for my private pilot license, when it finally came, I was brought back to that leap of faith I took on the cliff. Hesitation ate at me for weeks, but I found that my fear of heights held a looser grip on me than I once believed. I took a breath, I took the leap. No longer was my fear of heights an object to be held close to my chest, like a lead weight tying me to the earth. Now it is a medal I wear around my neck. After all, I did not begin my journey to touch the sky because I had conquered my fear, but I've reached new heights in spite of it, and all because of one innocent question from a friend. Thank you.